Hey, what's going on, Raider Nation? Welcome to another video for the Black and Silver Way. It is your host, Dylan, and the Raiders just fell short 37-34 in Vegas to the 49ers. What a freaking game, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what I expected to happen. I said we're either going to upset the 49ers. We show up today, they're asleep the whole time, and we're going to pretty much destroy them and upset them, right? Or we're going to get blown out today. That's what I think is going to happen. And sure enough, guys, it ended up being one of the craziest games that we've had all season. Jarrett Stidham, 365 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 picks. The guy was absolutely a monster. Nearly 40-yard rushing, rolling out, making plays. There was probably over 20 collapses on the line against Jarrett Stidham during the game, and he was rolling out and making plays as much as possible. I think really the one thing that we tend to forget, or at least that I forgot about it, was Jarrett Stidham going to be starting this 49er game. I mean, Jarrett Stidham's been under Josh McDaniels' same kind of offensive play calling for almost 4 seasons now, right? So he really showed up today and really slinged that ball, guys. Amazing performance. The 2 interceptions he had, the first pick that he ended up having, the best defense in football. They popped it up off the line and ended up getting a lucky interception. On that last interception that ended it in overtime for us, it was a bull rush from Joey Bosa, probably the best defensive lineman in football, and he ends up getting clipped off to the side when he's trying to make another 50-yard pass to Davante Adams. He was absolutely slinging the ball all day long. Jarrett Stidham looked freaking amazing. I think the one upper thing that Jarrett had over Derek Carr starting this game was not only being in the offensive play scheme for quite some time under McDaniels, but you also have Jarrett knows how to roll out, make plays happen. Those 20 collapses on the pocket, Derek Carr would have been absolutely obliterated on there. So that is one advantage that Jarrett Stidham has over Derek Carr, is actually maneuvering and trying to make something out of the play. I mean, he rolled all. I mean, probably the best play that we all saw was when he rolled out, took a hard hit onto the side, ended up finding Davante Adams downfield for a 60-yard touchdown. That was probably one of the best plays I've seen offensively all season long. He was really exciting. It was just fresh. It was exciting. He looked confident. I mean, I'm so confused of what's going to happen in the future with the quarterback position. I think what's going to happen is they're definitely not going to draft a quarterback, in my opinion. I think what's going to happen is they're going to make a run for Tom Brady. I mean, I think everybody's already seen all the Tom Brady speculation. He either signs a 1 or a 2-year deal with us, and Stidham sits behind him the whole time, or we end up somehow, something happens where we're not able to close Tom Brady on a deal, and I think they're just going to go all in on the defense, beef up our offensive line with all the money we're going to be saving from Derek Carr, and we'll probably end up extending Stidham, and he'll end up, obviously staying with us and starting with us. He could potentially be a starter. I mean, the way he played today against the best defense in football was really impressive. Davante Adams has a huge game, nearly a 200-yard game from him. 60-yard touchdown. That was one of his best games as a Raider so far. He also sets the single highest, receiving yard season as a Raider. So he's the all-time already, his first season with us. I mean, guys, he's got 16 touchdowns this year. I think he got like a total of 103 or 106 with the Packers in like 6 years. So he's off to a really hot start with the Raiders, regardless of the season that we've had. Josh Jacobs got a little banged up. I think he had 70 yards today. Darren Waller had a couple of nice catches today. Overall, Stidham was actually spreading the ball, rolling out and making plays. And that's really all we can ask for a quarterback that, his first start, right? I was going to be pretty, sad, especially when Robbie Gould missed that field goal and we had a chance to win it in overtime. But like I said, at the end of the day, we competed. We showed the best defense in the NFL, that we have talented players. And overall, the play calling from McDaniels, everything looked real sharp today. And I was really impressed with this team. I'm not mad about this loss at all. Even my closest friends that are 49er fans, each one of them said that we played hell of a game. No one was like, just talking hella shit. Like, we nearly beat the 49ers. So that was really impressive to see, man. Brock Purdy, they got something with Brock Purdy, and he's a really good quarterback. I'm sure they're gonna start him next season. I don't know where they're gonna go in the playoffs, but either way, for us, that was officially the elimination for our playoff run. We have the Kansas City Chiefs next week, and then it is the offseason. I'm dying to get to the offseason, guys, to see what's going to happen with this quarterback position and see if Derek actually takes a trade or if we're going to release him. If I'm Derek and I got sat out and I had that contract and all the speculation that Tom Brady's going to come to the Raiders, I probably wouldn't do them a favor to give big picks for me to go to a franchise when we just lose all our draft picks for me, and then the Raiders get draft picks, and then I'm able to just go to a team, right, and help out the Raiders get more draft picks. I probably would just, if I'm Derek Carr, I'm probably wanting to just get released, but we'll see what happens. I think it's confirmed that the way it ended with the Raiders, I'm sure Derek Carr has years in the tank that he still wants to play. I was seeing some speculation, some close people talking to Derek and his agent that they do want to work something out via trade, or if not, they do plan to have Derek go to a different team. So he definitely will be playing on a different team. It is the end of an era for Derek Carr, but like with today, just for the breath of fresh air with something new at the quarterback position, we competed with pretty much one of the best teams in the NFL, if not the best team in the NFL. And it just shows you that a breath of fresh air and players that can make plays on their feet, and quarterbacks that, they can keep the ball rolling, right? And today I feel like with the pocket collapse like almost over 20 times, I feel like if Derek was actually in this game today, we would have shit the bed pretty hard. It wouldn't have been as close as it was. That's just a fact, guys. That's honestly a fact. There's no way in hell the best defensive line in the NFL, with that pocket collapsing 20 times at least, Derek would have had that much of a competitive upper hand like Stidham did against the 49ers. So it is what it is. Derek Carr is going to be on another team this next year, and I'm just looking forward into the offseason. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady's going to be a Raider. At the end of the day, I just want to win a Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is going to be held in Las Vegas next year. If Tom Brady comes to the Las Vegas Raiders, I really don't care. I'm going to support him. I know it's disgusting to say that, but what are we going to do? I'm a Raider fan. If that's who we decide we're going to go with, and the Raiders have the Super Bowl in their home field next year, and we just pour money into the defense, we just pour money into an offensive line, we could sneak a Super Bowl next year. Don't count us out. But if we decide, if Stidham ends up starting, well, it's going to be interesting to see. But overall, let me know what you guys think about Stidham's performance. Also, a lot of people were talking about Davante Adams wanting to leave with Derek Carr. I don't think that's going to happen because he's already put up some big numbers with us. He had a huge day today, and I'm pretty sure they've had some closed conversations with him because he's our franchise player at this point. And you know damn well Mark Davis, Dave Ziegler, and Josh McDaniels have sat down with Davante Adams secretly with some of our captains and have reassured them that this offseason they're going to go guns blazing in free agency and in the draft, guys. We have a lot of freed up money, and Davante Adams was a Raider fan his whole life. I'm pretty sure with the amount he's getting paid, he's more than happy, and there's a lot of full guaranteed money in there. I don't think if Stidham or if Tom Brady comes, I don't think Davante Adams is going to leave us whatsoever. I think he's staying put right where he's at. Where the hell is he going to go? Minnesota? He ain't going to go to Minnesota. He ain't going to go to the Saints. He loves Vegas. He loves the weather here. He just left Green Bay that whole time, and that's the one thing he complained. He couldn't stand the weather. So, shout out to Davante, by the way, with the hat. You guys see it. I posted it on my Instagram. It's a pretty sweet hat. I'll see you guys on the next video. We got Kansas City coming up this next week. Hopefully, we can put an upset to end our season. And I hope the only people I don't want to win the Super Bowl this year is going to be the Chiefs and the 49ers. As long as it's not one of them, I'm okay with it. And of course the Chargers, but I don't even count the Chargers. They shouldn't even be in the playoffs. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.